Welcome to the Breakwaters podcast. Chuck isn't here today because we're doing an NHL only trade deadline between somebody who loves hockey, who loves to talk about it. My boy, Vincent Nastri. How you doing?
What's going on, man? I'm great. How are you? I'm excited to be here.
Thank you. Thank you for coming on, man. So
Hey,
tell me about yourself.
as George just said, my name is Vin. Most of you probably don't know me, but me and George went to school together for a long time, Leif Erikson. And yeah, we didn't go to the same high school, but we've kept in touch. And heard he was doing the show. I thought he was going great. So I said, hey, why don't I come on?
Of course, yeah. Thank you. Obviously, your nickname. You want to get into it?
Well, I got a couple different nicknames. So I know George's favorite is Kishore, and the story behind that one is my mother used to work with a guy named Kishore, and he bought me a Steelers hat one time, and I was showing them around. I was showing it to George and everybody, and then I forgot how we started talking about him in class, and then George started calling me Kishore, and then that was that. He likes to call me Vinsanity too because of Vince Carter, but whatever he calls me, I'm good with. I like them all.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. All right, so let's get into the trade deadline. I think the biggest winner is one of my favorite teams. They've been doing great this year, New York Islanders. Like I said in my other video, they won the Stanley Cup. Made a lot of great additions. They got Kyle Palmieri, Travis Zajac, and Braden Colburn at the trade deadline.
As you can see, that kind of breaks my heart a little bit to see Zajac go. I kind of had a feeling that Palmieri was going to go, but I definitely think that was a winning move for the Islanders. I think they got Palmieri, who's a great goal scorer, obviously. Great for their power play. He's going to help them out. Anders Lee's obviously out too.
Yeah, Torrens ACL, prayers up to Anders Lee.
Yeah. And they brought in Zajac, which is a great move. And I think on the back end of that deal with the Devils, I think I don't know how you could say that they lost. I mean, obviously the season's done with now. 10-game losing streak as of last night, and they blew a 2-goal lead with like a minute left, a little bit less.
Welcome to the club, the Rangers, man. Welcome to the club. Living
playoff push right now, So, but I think the Devils also brought in Jonas Siegenthaler. I don't know if you saw that move. It was kind of an underrated kind of thing. They traded. I don't remember what they traded. I have it pulled up here. I have all the deadline moves. I mean, really wasn't. I got. Oh yeah, here we go. 2021 conditional third. So I guess there's like some playoff implications into that. Could turn into a second. I don't know. I never really liked Jonas Siegenthaler. I didn't see it as a good move, but I'm not gonna say they lost because they got more for Kyle Palmieri and Travis Zajac than Buffalo gets for Taylor Hall. So
I guess you mentioned that Buffalo, Taylor Hall, obviously wearing the jersey.
Yeah, I could see that.
Big trade by the Boston Bruins to get a great in return. What do you think about that trade?
Well, I'll be completely honest with you. I don't know if you were up when the trade happened, but me and my friends are actually on Xbox, and it pops up out of nowhere that Taylor Hall, Boston from Buffalo. And I thought it was really weird because the trade deadline was the day after. It seemed like kind of a rushed move, if you'd agree.
Yeah, and, they didn't even get a first-round pick.
No, the return. And Buffalo got Lazar, too. And they didn't even have to pay for – he's a bottom six player, but he's good. Curtis Lazar, why not? He could help. So Anders Bjork had 3 points in his first couple of games with Buffalo. I don't know. I haven't kept up with them. I don't know how he's doing now. So I guess, at first he was looking good, but I don't know. How much more could you really I don't know. Taylor Hall's obviously having an awful year, but he's also in Buffalo. There's no Jack Eichel.
He wanted to get out of there, man. From what I'm reading, he wanted to get out of there. He's like, I want to be a contender.
But to be fair, in the offseason, what did he go and do? He goes and signs with Buffalo when he's a free agent. He's a unrestricted free agent. I didn't see the point,
Definitely.
weird thing that for him to sign there to begin with. And, they built a pretty decent roster, but their roster, if you really look at it, it's pretty bad. They're overpaying a lot of guys. Kyle Oposo makes what, 7.5 million or something. Jeff Skinner, 9 million. And these guys don't even have 10 goals combined. So it's just, I have them as an absolute loser, offer return for Hall. Anders Bjork,
Yeah.
Not good for me, at least.
What about the defending champions getting David Savard? Do you like that one?
I did. I think it shores up the defense. Savard's a good player, but again, he's in Columbus, and Columbus has been a playoff team these past couple of seasons. They haven't been, Tortorella's a great coach. They're very defensive. But I think it was a good move. They did pay a first-round pick for it, but Savard's not a bad player. So I don't hate the move. I think the Blue Jackets won the deadline too.
Yeah.
I think they were definitely winners. They got 2 first-round picks for David Savard and Nick Foligno. So,
yeah,
can you really complain about that?
Definitely. And to add on to the Lightning thing, they're able to replace the losses for Kevin Shattenkirk and Zach.
Yeah. Shattenkirk's in Anaheim right now, right?
Yeah.
Is he still going? Columbus, I'm reading right here, they actually retained 50% of Savard's contract. But if you saw, it's kind of like a 3-team trade thing. So the Red Wings actually got Savard, and then the Red Wings sent Savard to the Lightning. The Lightning. So it was kind of like a weird deal. But gets the job done, I guess, right?
Yeah. So you mentioned the winners. What about the losers? Who's your biggest loser?
My biggest loser, I would have to say Buffalo. I forgot to mention the Brandon Montour trade. Montour's not a great defenseman, but he's probably their better, you would want to say Rasmus Dahlin is going to be their best defenseman, but he hasn't really been performing well, if you would agree. They're, again, dead end team. They're not doing well. So they traded him to the Panthers for a 2021 third. And I think, actually, I don't know if you agree, but I have the Panthers as a deadline winner too. They added Montour. They added Sam Bennett from Calgary. So it was a 2022 second round pick, which is a pretty good, Sam Bennett's a great player. And I think it was Emil Heinonen, I believe that's how you pronounce his last name, went back to Calgary. So I don't know. Calgary, where are they right now? They're 5th in their division. They're, Montreal's 4th. They got 51 points, and Calgary's got 45. They're pretty much, you're losing Sam Bennett. You're not making the playoffs. You don't really make much of a move. They're probably going to lose Goudreau. In this offseason or sometime to come. They have an interim head coach. I would say they're losers too. Calgary really didn't do a good job. I don't think.
What about the Maple Leafs? I think if they fail to win big, they're going to be the losers. How about you?
I do have them in. I have them penciled in as winners right now for the Foligno move. I think Foligno was a good move. Their top 6 is unbelievable, as you know, but it's their back end that has the issues. They don't have a really good defense. It's not. That's always been the problem. I believe they traded for Riley Nash too from the Blue Jackets, and this was a 2022 conditional 7th. It becomes a 6th if Nash appears in the 25% of Toronto's games in the playoffs. So it's a good move.
I think they overpaid a little bit, but we'll see how it plays out.
I think they definitely overpaid for Foligno.
Yeah.
But like you said, they're looking to go. They're looking to make their run. They got Joe Thornton on there. He's an old guy. Matthews is lighting it up. Marner's always been good. So we'll see. But I have them. I agree with you for sure. If they don't go and win big, I think you'd have to say they're losers. Why? Foligno's probably going to re-sign with the Blue Jackets. I don't know if you saw that. He said that he would love to go back there. So
never know till it's over, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're done with this. Let's go with what we do here. We do a lot. So Vincent, I know you're new to this. We usually do a lightning round of questions. I have a trivia. I have a NHL threes team. Who would you have for NHL threes? And then an NBA all time if you want to do that. This is what we do on the channel. I know you're not a big NBA fan,
I mean,
Don't do
so
that.
NHL. So what is it? What do I have to answer?
Thomas. So it's a lightning question. I'll give you all random questions you answer.
Okay.
Trivia question. Then you can give me your NHL threes team. Like your three guys plus the goalie. I'll give you mine plus the goalie. We'll put it on the poll on Instagram like we did with Lardu and
Also,
JH.
okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm ready. You can hit me with the NBA questions. I'll do what I can.
And NBA if you want to.
Yeah, I'll try my best. Lay it on me.
All right. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color?
Yeah.
I'd have to say blue.
Cool. What about your favorite athlete all time?
My favorite athlete all time. I'd have to say, I mean, it's a kind of a toss-up. I really loved Charles Woodson when I was a kid. Always loved Patrick Elias from the Devils.
Or Jerry Rice. He's always your guy.
Yeah, I do. But I love Jerry Rice because I was a kid. I knew he played for the Raiders. He was one of the best ever. But the ones that I've actually sat there and really watched, I would probably have to say Charles Woodson or Patrick Elias.
What about current?
Current, I have to say Francisco Lindor has really gotten me back into baseball. Like, I mean, I loved Lindor from because I remember watching them in the World Series when they were playing Chicago, and I remember the name Lindor. And then, like I said, I'm kind of in and out with baseball. I've always loved Lindor. When I heard the Mets wanted to make a move for him, I was really excited about it. And they went and made the move, and I've just been, it's exciting time to be a Mets fan now. I can tell you that. I mean, I got his jersey downstairs. So Lindor, I'd say, and on the Devils, I really love Nico Hischier, as you can see. He's definitely my favorite player. It's not even close. I think speaking of, on the Devils, they're young guys. I think they're gonna be decent soon.
Yeah, definitely. What about your favorite spot, like your go-to spot? The place you go?
I don't know. Now, I mean, I have a bagel store out here that I really like to go to, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, since the pandemic, I don't really go out much. I don't know. I don't really like, I mean, I got my peanut allergy, so it's hard for me to go out to eat and stuff. I mean, I like going to play basketball with my friends. I mean,
that's awesome. You like Lewis a lot. Shout out to Lewis.
Yeah.
He loves to play ball. So if you want to come play ball with us,
hey,
you're welcome to come.
Anytime. We usually play hockey too. I got my roller skates, so if you want to play, I'm always down.
Of course. What about favorite cereal?
Favorite cereal? That's a good one. Favorite cereal is probably either like Apple Jacks or Cinnamon Toast Crunch that I can just eat all the time, but I can't eat it all the time. But you know what I'm saying? Probably one of those two. Frosted Flakes, any one of those good stuff. But what do I do? You ever had Special K fruit and yogurt? That's really good too, and it's pretty healthy.
Yeah.
I'd probably say that would be my favorite because it's the healthiest. But
What about favorite number?
13.
Yeah, you always like 55. That doesn't mean I think you're gonna say that, but I like
55. Yeah, I'm 55. That was always my football number, but I mean, it's 55 and 13. But I mean, 13's my birthday, so May 13th. That's pretty much, and everybody else hates it, so why not? Everybody says it's unlucky. I mean, I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah. What's your favorite snack?
Probably just some pretzels. Honestly, just some Utz pretzels. I usually go for those a lot.
Nice.
Pretty boring, but
it's all good. It's all good in the hood, they say. All right. So we mentioned the Buffalo Sabres. Do you know when's the last time they made the playoffs?
I don't know the year, but I believe the streak is now at I don't know if is it 10? Was it 10 years? Or is it a little more?
Oh, yeah, 10 years. Sure. Roughly
10 years.
2010.
2010, yeah.
Yeah, you got it. So it's the longest current absence in the NHL.
Yeah.
Hasn't won a series
Devils are on
2006 to 2007. And they're in the Eastern Conference Finals. So that's been long long time for them. I feel like they've always been losers when we're
Yeah,
growing up.
for our lives, pretty much. Yeah, I agree. I mean, they have not been good. Feel bad. I sent them a DM on Instagram. I offered to be the general manager. They haven't responded yet, so
Yeah,
we'll see.
funny guy.
I sent one to the Houston Texans too.
Unless it's Bruce Almighty, they won the championship in that, but that doesn't count. All right. So your NHL 3 squad, who would it be? So we're gonna have, like I said, we're gonna have NHL 3 squad. We're gonna have a poll on Instagram, my team versus your team. Who will win? So
All right, I'm gonna need a little. This is only current players, right? I would assume.
all time, anybody, like use anyone.
Oh, anybody? Oh man,
I was gonna say
I don't
all
want to do.
defensemen, but it's hard. Like I don't know all time good defensemen, so it's hard.
No, I'll go with current guys because I'm not gonna be the guy that goes Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'll say for center, I'd probably put Connor McDavid or Bergeron because Bergeron's a winner he wins those draws. But I'm gonna go with McDavid. On the wing, I'd probably say Austin Matthews. And for defensemen, I'm trying to think who would be my go-to guy. I mean, there's Hedman, who's great. It pains me to say it. You have no idea how it pains me. It grosses me out to say, but Adam Fox is really doing good this season. I can't stand him. I can't stand, but it is what it is. I would truthfully put Panarin there if he wasn't on the Rangers, but I can't be given credit. So I'm keeping Matthews. But at defenseman, I'd probably, John Carlson's really good out there. I mean, but you got Quinn Hughes on Vancouver, who's really good. But I think I'm going to throw another young guy out there, and I'm going to say, what happened?
Yeah, he's really good, Quinn Hughes. Very underrated, in my opinion.
I agree with you, but I'm going to throw out Cale Makar because I think he's got a lot of offensive upside, and he's really good at defense. So I'm going to say that's my 3 squad. And for goalie, I would probably put out there, I guess, Vasilevsky. One of the, he's who I'm going with.
You know me. I'm gonna do all-time greats: Wayne Gretzky, Gordie Howe, Sidney Crosby. There's a good guy. My goalie would be Patrick Roy. I like him back in the day. He was a really good goaltender.
Right.
And my guy coming off the bench would be Luc Robitaille.
Oh, I need a guy coming off the bench?
Yeah, you got a kind of guy coming off the bench.
All right. My guy coming off the bench. Who would I throw coming off the bench? I'll throw a little razzle dazzle in there. I'll throw in Jaromir Jagr, since you didn't mention him. He'll come off my bench.
It's a good pick. So we do
basketball. I know I got 2 students out there.
Yeah. So we do basketball on this channel. They got all time. You've seen the thing on Instagram. All time. Your team. You tell everyone they reached out to me that you reached out and you hit me up and you wanted to join. Right? That's how it worked out.
To come on the show, yeah. I mean, I saw it. I mean, you actually, when you requested me on Instagram, I was like, "What the heck is this?" And I went on and I saw. I was like, "Oh, all right, this is cool." I was actually watching your old past videos today in preparation for coming on, and I saw you had the what it used to be called, "Take Me Out to the Ballpark," right? You used to have the Instagram and everything, and I saw your videos.
I'm still doing it. I'm still gonna do it.
Oh, you are? Okay, cool. I saw on the old videos on the channel where you'd go to all the stadiums and stuff. And I mean, I really enjoy that too. Those are great. But yeah, I texted you. I was like, "Hey, you ever need me on an episode? I'm more than willing to come, and I'm excited to be here."
Thanks for coming. So you see, fellas, you want to reach out, you have my number. Reach out to me, or you can message me on Instagram. Fans are more than welcome to come. I always accommodate the fans.
Hey, listen, I'm more than willing to come back again if you ever need.
All right. So NBA, who's your team? And you gotta have a 6-man too.
An all-time starting 5. So I'm gonna put Shaq in at center. For point guard, Um, I guess I'll put Steph. I mean, he'll knock him down. Um, Shooting guard. I'm not sure who I want there. um, Shooting guard. Um, hmm, it's tough. There's so many, there's so many options out there. I mean, I'm thinking Devin Booker. He's really good, but I know obviously there's better than him. But I don't. I'll come back to shooting guard. I want Kevin Durant at small forward. I want put Kobe at shooting guard. Doesn't matter. He's going to take the shots anyway, right? May he rest in peace, because that was a tragedy.
Yeah, of course. Rest in peace to Kobe.
Yeah. I mean, that sucks, but I definitely want him out there. And I mean, I don't even want LeBron. He's been very annoying lately. I don't even want him. So at power forward, I'll take someone else. I don't even care. I don't even know who I could even put in. I mean, listen, LeBron's argument.
Tim Duncan. Don't you use Tim Duncan?
I could use Tim Duncan, and I'm leaving Jordan off this list. All right. I want to assemble a team to beat Jordan. I don't want to join Jordan. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to pull the Kevin Durant, but I'll take Kevin Durant on my team because, I mean, that's just silly. If I'm not going to pass up on everybody. But yeah, I agree. I'd put Tim Duncan out there. Him and Shaq would dominate it easily. And sixth man, for my sixth man, who should I put out there? Give me Damian Lillard as my sixth man.
That's a good pick. So you guys been waiting for my decision. My point guard, Magic Johnson. Shooting guard,
this guy, the all-time squad.
Small forward, Kobe Bryant. Power forward, LeBron. Center, Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay.
Throw a little X factor in there, coming off the bench. The sixth man, Chris Mullin. He's
Chris Mullin, really?
Yeah.
All right.
Old school the old school. He went to my high school, so shout out to Zavarian.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I had to throw out a Zavarian guy out there as my sixth man.
Fair enough. Newdorf doesn't produce any NBA athletes, I don't believe. Got a couple kickers and a linebacker in the NFL, but that was about it.
Nice. This concludes our episode. Please like, subscribe, do what you got to do, and I'll see you in a splash.